A Christian Family Guide. Chapter 1. The Christian Family. Religious Values in General. From a moral, spiritual religious view, I was raised as a Catholic and think children should be brought up with religious values. We went to church every Sunday as a family where we saw other families just like ourselves there. I believe that parents of children up to at least the age of 14 should go to church every Sunday with them to give them a religious base that they at least know about and can build on later should they choose to. I know that children raised without church often grow up missing a kind of community sense that I grew up with in the church. At the very least, church gives children a moral foundation and a sense of community to know that they belong to this religious group that is geared for goodness over evil. You need family values one way or another. You can extend family solidarity by having family prayers before meals and at bedtime and have Bible readings and Bible studies. Watch the kids shows on the Trinity Broadcasting Network, tbn.org, with your children on Saturday morning. Even if you don't go to church, you should go for the kids' sake until they're teenagers to give them some kind of moral compass. Consider Sunday school and Christian summer camp. Give your children Bibles and other religious books as they're growing up. Read Bible stories and say prayers before bedtime. I went to graduate school for psychology. They started teaching us the new humanist approach to morality, which they called values clarification, which means that everybody has got their own moral values. If somebody is a killer or something evil, maybe they are like that because of the way they were brought up. I'm supposed to try to understand them and give them leeway. I don't buy it. There are basic absolute moral rules like the 10 Commandments. My pets know better than scratch me or hurt me or stuff like that. I've seen children brought up without religion. The attitude is kind of like get what I can for myself. That's it. If I hurt somebody, steal or lie, that's a normal part of life in a secular society. Traditional family values 1. Enjoy each other. Love and support each other through good times and bad until death do you part. By traditional family values, I don't necessarily mean religious values, even though this is where traditional values come from and the two often go hand in hand, especially with the right-wing political religious climate in the heartland right now. There are plenty of Christian family books at around number 240 to number 260 at the library, and books about other religions from number 290 to number 299. Pretty well every major religion has a code of conduct as to how a family should live together. There are some psychology-sociology books about the family at #306.850 or HQ535 at the library. The following are some basic tenets of traditional family values. Even though the family has traditionally been defined as a woman, man, and children, nowadays, some liberals define it as any group of people where love is present on an ongoing, day-by-day basis. So this is it, a family is defined by the amount of love there is in it. The man and woman are married in a church as opposed to a civil marriage or shacking up. Commitment means to commit, which means that when the emotion of love is not there, you still giving effort through sheer willpower and a sense of dedication. Don't get married until there's some water under the bridge, you know each other to some extent. Many minority cultures have partially arranged marriages where the players barely know each other when they marry but are expected to get to know each other and fall in love as they go on in married life. This is a crapshoot. Get to know each other first. Women can work if they want, but the general implicit contract is the man as the breadwinner, the woman as the mother who takes care of the children and the home. Being a parent is hard. Don't have more kids than you can reasonably parent well as hands-on parents. The code of traditional family values is to give the relationship honest effort even if it feels like the love is gone, which doomed many Catholics and others to stay in loveless marriages. But nowadays, if it isn't working out after some honest effort, it's better to divorce and move on than to stay in a dead relationship bordering on contempt. After the divorce, love your kids more than you hate each other. The family should be bonded by love and seek to live by love with each other. The family should actively strive to nurture and support one another. There must be a moral code to live by, either the 10 Commandments, Jesus's message of love each other as you love yourself, the humanist code of conduct, Muslim rules, etc. Work together as a family unit, as a team with the mother and father as the moral and spiritual leaders. Be passionately dedicated to your family. It should be the most important thing in your life, beyond your work and your hobbies. Commit to your spouse and children as your highest responsibility, motivation, and inspiration in life. Try for an emotionally tight feeling within the family and try for a unique personal relationship with every individual in the family. You have to spend time with each other. Above all else, be loyal to your family. Children must honor their parents. Don't be too serious, too full of rules and regulations. In a loving family, the kids will be self-motivated. Try for an atmosphere of ease and cohesion in the house. The most successful family I've ever seen was a Christian family who sang together as Christian folk group. The family that does things together gets strong and stays strong. Parents should mentor the kids. Older kids should mentor the younger ones, show them the ropes of life, so to speak. Be emotionally close with each other. The players should each feel a sense of belonging to each other and the family. The family laughs together and enjoys life together. Traditional family values too. Spend time with the kids, both relaxing time and quality time where you're doing things together. The family visits relatives, cultures, positive friends and other good families to socialize with and help each other through the ups and downs of life. The family does recreational things together. The family develops customs like Sunday dinner, weekly church/synagogue attendance, certain traditions on holidays, etc. The family takes care of its own. This means to have the elders live with you rather than send them off to senior centers. People don't try to control each other. They try to nurture each other, become better and happier people. Don't watch crap on TV that could potentially put a wedge into proper family values. There are many disgusting things on TV, geared to exploit sex and violence, that are not good for family values. Minimize TV watching overall. Watch positive family values shows. The family that eats together stays together. Cook food with love. Pets are good for the overall atmosphere within a family. Take vacations together as a family while the kids are young. This will be your only chance to be with them exclusively before they grow up. Listen to the children. Allow them to contribute their ideas to the way the family operates. Don't be embarrassed by being a family person. Certain elements in the media try to portray it as uncool, but nothing is cooler than a loving family sticking up for each other. Every individual will have a life outside the family, but the important thing is that the family is always the base and everybody comes back to that center to recharge, gather strength and love each other. The function of the parents is to raise honorable, noble children. Be a strong, loving couple both for each other and to show the kids what love is. The father can be the symbolic leader, but the mother has an equal say in most things. Encourage an open atmosphere where kids can talk to you and ask questions without worrying about it. Parents are actively involved in the children's lives. They know what they're doing and help with schoolwork. Good families are compassionate. They occasionally go out into the community and volunteer to help out somewhere. Try to have some involvement in the child's school. Volunteer, visit on visiting day, etc. Teach children to be honest, to not lie. When you feel tired and frustrated, get some rest in order to avoid taking it out on a family member. Respect the dead but move on with your lives. The dearly departed want you to keep on living and not to excessively mourn them. Try to love your in-laws. The mother should really stay home until the kids are over 12 years old. Celebrate birthdays for the kids' sake. Don't nag. Don't get a prenuptial agreement. There should be enough trust and love there. After all, you're getting married. Don't leave porn laying around where kids can see it. Always plan for the future. Keep your family life as simple as possible. Traditional roles in the family. 1. There's something to be said for people who gather together at church to sing and pray with one another. Atheist upon going to church. Spiritual beliefs strengthen the love bond and ultimately the family structure at its roots. This brings both humility and a sense of well-being to the family unit. It tends to make both partners take responsibility for their roles in the marriage and helps them lose that own-upmanship/competitive/power play game that many marriages deteriorate to. I was brought up in a Catholic home which implicitly encourages the family bond. Many happy couples are religious because that puts them on the same spiritual level and helps greatly in their communications with each other. When you live by the Bible or another holy book, you have a common ground. You're supposed to live in grace, love, and peace, and many religious couples do, although not all. Happy couples talk, share in openness, are polite, honest, kind and forgiving. They show gratitude to each other. They really like each other. They're best friends. They each have a role and let each other be themselves. They strive to bless each other rather than hurt each other. They balance each other out, the masculine and the feminine. They learn from each other but don't impose upon each other. They grow together as husband and wife. In hard times, they turn to God for comfort and help each other. Families go to church together where they see other families like themselves. The priest gives sermons on family values, the families socialize together in organized activities and ultimately feel a bond as part of the community. Going to church, regardless of whether you believe in God deep down, is still good because it's a bonding experience. Children need a moral base during the formative years like church. The music, the sermon, the other people, it's all a good thing for the soul and for the relationship. Find a church that has interactive activities and music that can get you feeling something and doing things with other people. The marriage is a partnership, but when it comes right down to it, the man takes his place as the symbolic head of the family. He is the caretaker of his wife, a beautiful work of art, cherishing this beautiful creation of God. The 5th chapter of Ephesians tells man to love his wife as his own body, to nourish it and cherish it just like Christ loves us. Serve, honor, and love your wives. Genesis 2:22-23 says Adam was struck by wonder by Eve. She completed him and loved him, the jewel of his creation, part of him, lost without her. Some women get down on the Christian edict demanding that a woman obey her man. It doesn't equate to slavery. The woman is designed not to serve the man but to co-serve him along with God. She must respect him and be his helpmate. A partnership means teamwork with both working together on mutually agreed upon goals. Love always means submitting to the other's needs beyond yourself regardless of whether you're the man or the lady. A man needs to be a man and a woman needs to be a lady. We all know intuitively what that means. That's it, right there: communication, intimacy, openness, forgiveness, self-disclosure, taking responsibility and sharing your life. That's the Christian way. I contend that going to church, mosque, synagogue, or wherever and belonging to a religious organization can work magic on the soul of the relationship. Don't knock it till you've tried it. There are a lot of real nice people that go to church and they will be your friends if you let them. Then, sometime, you can return the favor. That's what religion means to me. Traditional roles in the family too. A Christian radio show called Focus on the Family, Colorado Springs, Colorado 80995family.org, 800-232-6459, discusses all manner of family issues from the point of view of traditional values taken right out of the Bible. It's inspirational show with some good common sense ideas. You might find it on a Christian radio station in your area. The Trinity Broadcasting Network, tbn.org, has some good shows about love and family. Most preachers typically give a few sermons on these topics. They have programs exclusively with love for youth. Basically, the traditional view states that the man must be the provider, protector, and moral authority of the family, the woman, the home caretaker and the emotional glue to keep everything together. The man must have a job and do his part by earning money to pay the bills and buy things for the family. When he does this, he feels good about himself and there is harmony. If things aren't going well job-wise, he is stressed out and the whole family suffers. The mother and father must visibly show their love for each other in front of the kids, do things together as a family, and ultimately, they must provide structure and order for the kids during the formative years in order to help ensure a strong, moral foundation and a strong sense of personal identity. All children look up to their parents regardless of whether they're good or bad. Children want to idealize their parents, to make them out as very special people with infinite wisdom and concern for them. Someday the bubble may burst and the children will see the parents as fallible human beings, but for the moment, they look up to the parents, and the father especially has a responsibility to lead by example, treat people right, don't do bad things in front of the kids, and talk to them about how to develop as good people. Kids look up to their fathers and model themselves after them, even their negative guys. According to revisionist traditional roles, the woman's place is not necessarily totally in the home. She's allowed to work if she wants, but her domain is the house itself. Her job is to make it nice both physically and atmosphere-wise, keep it clean, cook food, manage and spend the money regarding house matters. She should be the boss of the house domestic-wise, but the husband should be there too, helping her out with all the tasks and the decisions. The wife's job is to take care of the children on a daily basis and nurture them with all the little scuffles and challenges of life. You will see the face of God in the love for each other, the love for your family, and the love your church community. Many times you will feel hateful to your spouse or indifferent, which is when you should keep your mouth shut and head down and continue to love her. Don't use your spouse as the gauge to your love, as many people do. They treat their partner as their partner treats them and expect equitable treatment. Sometimes you have to give a little bit more, and if your spouse is incapacitated and can't help out, you have to pull the load for a while. Husbands often measure their work as the gauge of a successful marriage. If they're gainfully employed and paying the bills, they think the marriage is great, but often don't realize there's a whole spiritual component there. These are the roles in a nutshell. If they're not adhered to, for example, the husband isn't the breadwinner, the husband keeps control of the money instead of trusting his wife with it, the wife is a lazy slob, the wife neglects her kids in favor of her TV programs, either parents are addicted to something, single-parent family, etc., etc., there will be dysfunction, and in the end, the ones who invariably suffer are the children. Some children from dysfunctional families grow up all right, but at the very least, most have psychological scars, and some grow up dysfunctional, passing these dysfunctions on to the next generation. Finally, it doesn't matter if God is real or not if he fulfills a pragmatic function. I've seen countless stories of people who used religion to save themselves from self-destruction and save their failing marriages, so at the very least, it can help make you a better person. For a more in-depth look at the traditional roles of man and woman, go to Job 29:1-25 and Proverbs 31:10-31 respectively. Chapter 2. Raise Christian Children. Raise children according to the Bible. I heard a preacher give a pretty good sermon about raising children according to the Bible. He said most of the wisdom is in the book of Proverbs written by Solomon, son of King David. According to the preacher, when Solomon was a young boy, his father sat him on his knee and told him many of these proverbs one by one. He said the most important one above all is the proverb that says to seek wisdom. The preacher said don't try to make the child happy, spoil him, try to make him good. He referred to Judges 13 as a story about how to parent with Samson and his parents. If you don't spend time with your children and leave them to their own devices, they will grow up not good, with evil impulses. Children need structure and order. A parent's job is to teach children to be good people. If you do that, that's success. It's not about raising a child to be a capitalist tycoon, professional athlete, or a great academic, it's about giving him enough wisdom to be a good person. You can use the book of Proverbs both for yourself as a guide on how to be a good human being, and you can also use it as a guide to give directly to your children. You could take one proverb a week, write it out in marker on a Bristol board, hang it up on the wall in their room, discuss it with your children and change it every week. Bible quotes about children. Some favorite quotes from the book of Proverbs are as follows. To give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. Proverbs 1, 4-5. When wisdom enters into your heart and knowledge is pleasant unto your soul, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee. Proverbs 2, 10-11. Happy is the man that finds wisdom and the man that gets understanding. Proverbs 3, 13. Keep sound wisdom and discretion. Proverbs 3, 21. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not. Proverbs 4, 5. Enter not into the path of the wicked and go not in the way of evil men. Proverbs 4, 14. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Proverbs 4:23. Let your eyes look straight ahead. Proverbs 4:25. These are the 6 things the Lord hates, 7 are an abomination to him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. A heart that devises wicked things, feet that are swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaks lies, and he that sows discord among his brethren. Proverbs 6, 16-19. Wise men store up knowledge. Proverbs 10:1. Hatred stirs up strifes, but love covers all sins. Proverbs 10:12. When pride comes, then comes shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. The integrity of good people will guide them, but the evil of bad people will destroy them. Proverbs 11, 2-3. The good man does good to his soul, but the bad man will destroy himself. Proverbs 11:11. The generous soul will be made rich. Proverbs 11:25. He who guards his lips guards his life, but he who speaks harshly will come to ruin. Proverbs 13:3. Pride only breeds quarrels, but wisdom is found in those who take advice. Proverbs 13:10. Wealth gotten by vanity will be diminished, but he that gathers by labor shall increase. Proverbs 13:11. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, depression, but inspiration is the tree of life. Proverbs 13:12. A longing fulfilled is sweet to the soul, inspired action to better yourself. Proverbs 13:19. The righteous eats to satisfy his soul, but the belly of the wicked shall want. Proverbs 13:25. He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit exalts folly. Proverbs 14:29. A sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy the rottenness of the bones. Proverbs 14:30. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Proverbs 15:1. Merry heart makes a cheerful countenance, but sorrow breaks the heart. Proverbs 15:13. He that is of merry heart has a continual feast. Proverbs 15:15. Pride goeth before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. Proverbs 16:18. Pleasant words are as a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and health to the bones. Proverbs 16:24. Better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. Proverbs 16:8. Wisdom is better than gold. Proverbs 16:16. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Proverbs 16:18. Better to be of humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. Proverbs 16:19. Pleasant words are as honeycomb, sweet to the soul and health to the bones. Proverbs 16:24. Better a patient man than a warrior, a man who controls his temper. Proverbs 16:32. A merry heart does good like a medicine, but a broken spirit dries the bones. Proverbs 17:22. A man of knowledge uses words with restraint, and a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit. Proverbs 17:27. Even a fool when he holds his peace is counted as wise, and he that shuts his lips is esteemed as a man of understanding. Proverbs 17:28. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. Proverbs 7. Before destruction the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility. Proverbs 18:12. He who answers before listening, that is his folly and his shame. Proverbs 18:13. The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit who can bear? Proverbs 18:14. The heart of the prudent gets knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeks knowledge. Proverbs 18:15. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Proverbs 18:21. Good sense makes a man slow to anger, and it is his glory to overlook an offense, listen to advice and accept instruction. Proverbs 19:11. He that follows after righteousness and mercy finds life, righteousness, and honor. Proverbs 21:21. Whoso keepeth his mouth shut and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles. Proverbs 21:23. He that loves pureness of heart, for the grace of his lips the king shall be his friend. Proverbs 22:11. Make no friendship with an angry man. Proverbs 22:24. As a man thinks within himself, so he is. Proverbs 23:7. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Proverbs 23:13-14, Proverbs 29:15. A wise man is strong, a man of knowledge increases strength. Proverbs 24:5. Don't stay too long at your neighbor's house, thus wearing out your welcome and inviting hate. Proverbs 25:17. If your enemy is hungry, give him food. If he's thirsty, give him water to drink. Proverbs 25:21. Don't brag because you don't know what tomorrow will bring. Proverbs 27:1. Hell and destruction are never full, so the eyes of man are never satisfied. Proverbs 27:20. A fool gives full vent to his anger, but a wise man keeps himself under control. Proverbs 29:11. If a king hearken to lies, all his servants are corrupt. Proverbs 29:21. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Proverbs 29:18. An angry man stirs up dissension, and a hot-tempered man commits many sins. Proverbs 29:22. Pride ends in a fall, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. Proverbs 29:23. Remove far from me vanity and lies, give me neither poverty nor riches, feed me with food convenient for me. Proverbs 30:8. Keeping children innocent. There was an island in Washington state that wasn't able to get TV until the advent of satellite TV in the 1980s. Before then, the kids were well-mannered, but after TV, the crime rate went up, violence went up, teenage pregnancy went up, and many other negative behaviors went up. When you go to an island like Tahiti and see the native children acting like gangster rappers, you begin to know the power of the media on impressionable minds. The question is whether keeping children innocent in a decadent world will help them develop a good moral base, or will they simply rebel when they get out on their own and try to make up for lost time by experimenting with everything they can. For some people, a proper upbringing helps them turn out great. For others, it cramps their style and they go overboard once they hit college or live on their own. There are no easy answers. On the Christian show, Focus on the Family, family.org, I heard one guy say they don't even own a TV. They rent the movies they like for entertainment and do other wholesome activities. Public school is a cesspool of pop culture and peer pressure, so if you want to keep your children innocent, either enroll them in a Christian school, a charter school, a Montessori school, or homeschool them. Try not to get them hooked on pop culture entertainment. Tell them about the business motivation behind the entertainment industry and the brainwashing attempts to get kids hooked on what they call being cool. Tell your kids the news is negative, it's a commercial entertainment show and not worth watching for the negative effects on your psyche. Don't give kids a TV for their room. Give them a computer with educational software. Get a V-chip to lock out negative channels and shows. Watch ratings on TV shows and movies. If you have erotic materials at home, keep them locked up, otherwise kids will find them. Christian Youth Resources / Christian Teen Websites. ChristianTeenForums.com. Dare2share.org /devotion / the secret to happiness. Worldmag.com. ChristianTeens.net. CatholicNews.com. cbn.com /cbn news /health cin /2010 /march /sexually indulgent now marriage ruined later. Youthquests.com. theircg.org /youth /articles /0201 dgw.html. Christian Teens. Dead website, try.com, thebalance.com, thoughtco.com, and verywell.com /od youth worker center /is effective leader.htm. robzpcblog.blogspot.com /2009/03/11 traits of great youth worker.html. studentministry.org /9 little traits of a great youth worker. Christian Teens. Dead website, try.com, thebalance.com, thoughtco.com, and verywell.com. probe.org /docs/dating.html, principles of dating. Dead website, try.com, thebalance.com, thoughtco.com, and verywell.com /society _and_culture /religion _and spirituality /faiths and practices /Christianity /cultures and groups /youth organizations. Dead website, try.com, thebalance.com, thoughtco.com, and verywell.com /society and culture /religion and spirituality /faiths and practices /Christianity /cultures and groups /youth organizations /youth leaders. Courtshipconnection.com, courtship. Character training and parental guidance. EricaandDLeslie.com, when God writes your love story. twoworlds.org. AcquireTheFire.com. Axcom.com. Adventures.org. AgapeChristianSearch.com. agrm.org /youth/magazine.html. agrm.org /youth/organized.html. akidsheart.com /bible/bible.htm. alchurch.org /resources.html. aldenzon.com. alt.christnet.sex. amaze.org.uk /links.asp. americancatholic.org, Youth Update Magazine. angelfire.com /ga /preacher page /youth.html. angelfire.com /un/2bikers /christian.html. anglicansonline.org /resources /youth.html. applesOCEkids.com. ardentrecords.com. Asian /youth _ministries _ organization /index. battlecry.com. battlecry.com. bestfriendsfoundation.org, sex education for girls. beyondbelief.com. bigworld.org. bobbyjonesgospel.com, mostly African American. boundless.org. breakawaymag.com. briomag.com. bscnc.org /spiritual life /youth resources.htm. campchristian.com. campuslife.net. carm.org, Christian resources. carm.org /resources.htm. cashel.anglican.org /edulink.shtm. castiarnet.com /agad. catholic.com /chastity. catholic.com /chastity /pure_love.asp. catholictheucation.org /articles /sexual ity. cc.tcmnet.com /ccnresu.html. cciusa.org, Christian camping. ccmcom.com, Christian music. ccmusic.org, Contemporary Christian Music. ccu.edu/library/subject guide/youth-ministry.asp. centralpc.org/links/links.htm. christian-aid.org.uk/learn/index.htm. christiananswers.net. christianrsenal.com/youth.htm. christianbest.com. christiancartoons.com. christianity.com. christianityonline.co.uk. christianoutreachintl.org. christianpassage.com/youth.html. christiansupply.com. christianteens.net. christiantoday.com. christianvibes.co.uk. cretech.com/iseek/pages/ministries_and_organize. churchstaffing.com. clubhousemagazine.com. coastresorts.com. comebuildhope.com. cph.org, Christian Youth. creationcare.org/resources/sunday/youth.php. crosscanadasearch.com/ministry_resources/youth_resources. crosssearch.com/people/youth. crossdhski.com/youth_worship.htm. crossdhski.com/ysunday.htm. crosswalk.com. crumbs.org.nz. cws.org.nz/youth/default.asp. davendangel.com/links/16_youth.shtml. disciples.org/internal/ministries/youthrest.htm. dead website, try-dmozd-op/society/religion_and_spirituality/christianity/pastoral_resources/youth_ministry. dub.org, family entertainment. eastmancurtis.com. agadideas.com. agadideas.com, collection of free games, activities, and ideas for youth pastors and those who work in youth ministry. epicenter.org/edot/children_youth_resources.asp. epicurious.com. eureka4u.com/fish/christianlinks.htm. evantel.org. execpc.com/c-hender. expage.com/christiankids1. faithsite.com. family.org/breakaway. family.org/loadlive. fbcventura.org/resources.shtm. flairfordesign.com/links/christianiouth.html. forefrontrecords.com. fortuneCity.com/meltingpot/Sicilian/777/youth.htm. fpc-lj.org/waves.htm. freetabeam.com/help_c.htm. freetabeam.com/yw_faith.htm. freett.com/depresso/tt-25091.html. freetv.ca. friendsfirst.org. funandgames.org. funandgames.org/resources_otherew.htm. gaychristianonline.org. gbog.org/education. gbog.org/youth/resources.asp. gorech.org/access. godlyplaces.com. gospelcom.net. gospelcom.net/my_life/youth. gospelcom.net/ys, youth specialties. gp4k.com. grouppublishing.com. grouppublishing.com/eam/coolinks.asp. groups.msn.com/gaychristianoutreach/youth.msn. groupworkcamps.com. groupworkcamps.com/freeresources.asp. gravebooks.co.uk. guideposts.org. harvest.org. hearttoheart.org. his-net.com/html/youth.html home.messiah.edu/tilde/h, homosexuality. homewithgod.com. homewithgod.com/links/pages/youth/more2.shtml. hopenet.net. html. hunter.net/hunter/quest00.htm, Bible quizzes. iclnet.org/pub/resources/lf/links.html. iclnet.org/pub/resources/x-1001.html. iliadyouth.com. insightmag.org. javacasa.com, Christian Coffee House. jeffreydean.org, Self-Discipline. jesusmovement.com. josh.org. justice.anglican.org/maffin/youth. keeper.org, aimed at kids. kingdomconnection.org. kingdomzeek.co.uk/youth. klove.com. lakecommunitychurch.com/resources.html. lastdaywarriors.com. lastdaywarriors.com/teensandyouths.html. lcms.org. ldsyouth.com, Christian Youth, Mormon. leaderu.com. learningtogive.org/religionsinstructors/n_resources.asp. learningtogive.org/religionsinstructors/christians/nondenam.asp. lifeteen.org, Catholic Youth. lifeway.com, 800 Livewaite, Baptist website for. liveinit.org. mainstreambaptists.org/mbn/youth.htm. mccyouth.org/resources/resources.php. mdci.ca. members.tripod.com/uccfjamaica/links.html. mennonitechurch.ca/resource center. ministryblue.com. ministryblue.com/studies/eam.html. missionresources.com/youthpastor.html. missionear.org. misslink.org/chapel/library.html. movieguide.org. myfishbites.com, Christian Youth Work Resources. myfuzzies.net. mywebpages.com/dchasejr/emnetwk.html. netministries.org/kids. netministries.org/c/churches/ch06163. new.711.net/youth. newattitude.cm. notmenotnow.org. onechurchsource.com/pages/christian_education/youth_group_resources. onewaystreet.com. onthiajiving.com. osf1.gmu.edu/dwojciec/vfaq. ourworld.compuserve.com/homepages/aladdin/yo. parable.com. pastor2youth.com. pastor2youth.com. cbn.com/kids/superboke, Christian cartoon. pastor2youth.com/christianlinks.html. pbs.org/thecongregation/resources/youth.html. peace.menolink.org/youth.html. peggysplace.gospelcom.net/international.htm. peggysplace.gospelcom.net/youthlinks.htm. place2b.org/cmp/worldweek. pluggedinmag.com, wholesome pop culture. ppfa.org/ppfa/contraception/choices_abstinence. pureis.com/engine/canada/pastoral_resources/u. pureis.com/engine/pastoral_resources/youth_mini. previewonline.org, Christian movie reviews. projectreality.org, sex education. projectsurvey.org. psalm121.ca/youth.html. psalm121.ca/youthchild.html. Publications.salvationarmyusa.org. rainbowbaptists.org/christian.htm. rainbowbaptists.org/youth.htm. Ratings. religion.christian.youthwork. religiousresources.org/directory/cat.php. royalservants.org. sa.uca.org.au. sbc.net/family/youthresources.asp. search.711.net/youth. search.711.net/youth/students. search.crossdaily.com/list.php. seekgod.org/teen. sexscanwait.com. sexualintegrity.org. slipdiskministries.com. sbckonline.com. standardpub.com. Stray. studentzee.com. superbokkids.com. surefish.co.uk/faith/youth/index.htm. surfandthspirit.com. surfandthspirit.com/christian_youth_websites. takingitglobal.org/resources/org/view.html. teacherhelp.org/christian.htm. teamce.com. teamimpact.com. teenaid.org. teenlifeministries.com. teenmania.com. teenmania.org. teenmissions.org. Teens, some whites. tgsrm.org/youthministrylinks.html. th_resources. The porn industry. thebestchristianmall.com. thesource4em.com. theastariamtv.com. thuI.co.uk/lifestyle/cool_kids.php. thuI.co.uk/lifestyle/youth_events.php. tyroleansword.org.au. truelovewaits.com. t-w-o.org. tyndale.ca. ucc.org/education/index.html. umpage.com/youth3.asp. umpage.org/youth/resources/pdf/youthnet1.pdf. upci.org/youth. upperroom.org/alivenow. upperroom.org/devozine. urbanpromisusa.org. users.oneearth.net/youth. users.zoominternet.net/kurtem. vbmb.org/emergingleaders/youthministry.htm. victoria.tc.ca/int/grps/teen/youth.resources.html. wabashcenter.wabash.edu/internet/youth_min.htm. wait.org, abstinence wristbands. wcg.org/youth/christian_links.htm. wcg.org/youth/newsletter.asp. web.oneearth.net/youth/studies.html. web.net/scmcan, Canada Christian Students. wells.net. WeStartChurchofChrist.org. Whitsend.org, Adventures in Odyssey. wictel.net/dgray. xxxchurch.com, Christian website dealing with yfc.co.uk/links. umagazine.com. youthfire.com. youthfire.com/fun/topsite/index.php. youthministry.com. youthministry.com/links/youth_org.asp. youthministry.com/linkspage.asp. youth-ministry.info/main/links.asp. youthpastor.com. youthspecialties.com. youthspecialties.com. youthspecialties.com/articles. youthwork.co.uk. youthwork.com/youthinfo/youthinfogroups.html. ywam.org. zjam.com, zondirvin.com, Christian college students' websites, campuslife.net, 800-806-7798, Christian Magazine, leaderu.com/everystudent, collegefocus.com, Christian College Handbook. Chapter 3. A Christian Family Website Guide. Christian Family Websites 1. ptm.org, plaintruthministries.org, The Plain Truth Online or Magazine. SuccessfulStepFamilies.com, SuccessfulStepFamilies.com, Christian resources for premarital couples, stepfamilies, and churches. AFA.net, American Family Association, promoting the biblical ethic of decency in American society with primary emphasis on TV and other media. CBMC.com, CBMC, Christian Businessmen's Committee. Christianity.net, official website of Christianity Today Incorporated. CLM.org, CLM, Christian Leadership Ministries. CTVMichigan.org, Citizens for Traditional Values. FamilyNet-International.org, DaysTarMinistries.com. FamilyChristian.com. FamilyLife.com, a family ministry of Campus Crusade for Christ. FRC.org, Family Research Council. Family.org, Focus on the Family. Profam.org, the Howard Center for Family, Religion, and Society. MFForum.com, Michigan Family Forum. PromiseKeepers.org, Promise Keepers, training men to be fathers and husbands that are of God. TMAT.net, on religion. Gospelcom.net. SSI-online.org, Student Statesmanship Institute is a dynamic biblical worldview and leadership training program established by the Foundation for Traditional Values. acu.edu/alumni/perks/businesscards/categories/christianresources.html. archives.umc.org. brucegorley.com/christianfamilytreasures.htm. cfnetwork.co.uk, Christian Family Network. christianasbookshelf.com, books to edify and encourage the conservative Christian family. christianbook.com, Christian books, 800 Christian. christianbook.com, store. christian-family.net. christianfamilychapel.com/resources, Christian Family Chapel Christian Resources. christianfamilyresources.net. christianliferesources.com. christian-parent.com. christiansunite.com. crosswalk.com. csj.net/mkwoods, Woods Family Website. csspub.com, Christian Books. duggarfamily.com/resources1.html. faithforthefamily.com. family.org. familychristian.com, store. familychristianresources.org. familydevotionals.com. fishthe.net/top1000. focusonthefamily.com. gcfamilies.org, Great Commission Families. gospel.com. ifamilyway.com. impactzone.org/res_family.php. Information on Orthodox Christian faith, homeschooling. iwr.com/Christian, Christian Links Exchange. mommyscozycorner.com. ncfrcministry.org, National Christian Family Resources Council. nestfamily.com, Family Children's Bible Stories, Christian Videos. nph.com, Pastor Supplies. ourchurch.com. ourchurch.com/member/c/Christ Express. parentingministry.org. peggysplace.com/family.htm. pioneerclubs.org, Free Kids Ministry info. sfuptown.com/family/Christ. TheseLitleones.com, Free Christian Family Resources. virtualholyland.com, biblically based advice and guidance for marriage, parenting, godly family relationships and homemaking. Christian family websites too. ChristianMirror.com, Christian Mirror webzine for Christian women. Forthright.org, Forthright magazine. Heavenbound.net/families, the Strong Families Network. aacap.org/publications/factsfam, facts for families. abuseministries.com, family abuse. acu.edu/academics/cobfs.html, College of Biblical Studies Abilene Christian University. betterlife.org, Better Life Counseling Center. christiananswers.net, Christian Answers Network. christianity.net, christianity.net. christianity.net/mp/current, Marriage Partnership Magazine. couples-place.com, The Couples Place. elibrary.com, The Electronic Library. family.org, Focus on the Family. familydynamics.net, Family Dynamics Institute. fathers.com, National Center for Fathering. fwi.com/firstassembly/renew.html, Renew Counseling Center, Fort Wayne, Indiana. harding.edu/sisters, Sisters Network. heartchoice.com/marriage/home.htm, The Marriage Room. hearts-at-home.org, Hearts at Home. marriagebuilders.com, Marriage Builders. netherwood.org/educate/sharp-focus, Sharper Focus. pastornet.net.au, Australian Christian Network. pepperdine.edu/gsep/family, Center for the Family at Pepperdine University. positiveparenting.com, Positive Parenting Online. religiousresources.org, Religious Resources on the Net. rrfenumex.com, Red River Family Encampment. smartmarriages.com, the Coalition for Marriage and Family Education. Christian Family Websites 3. offajournal.org, American Family Association Journal news, commentary, and information from conservative, Christian perspective. angelfire.com/md2/moodyfamily/essays.html, Essays on Parenting from a Christian Perspective offers essays on topics ranging from attachment parenting to growing kids God's way, along with links to other sources. blessingsforlife.com, Blessings for Life advice pertaining to saving money, dieting and fitness, inspirational stories and recipes. Includes free e-zine. cftministry.org, Christian Families Today provides family enrichment seminars, discipleship conferences, marriage and family counseling, pastoral care and discipleship counselor training. christianwswire.com/rss/catfeed_2.xml, Christian Newswire Pro Family News. familybuilders.net, Family Builders Ministries designed to help Christians create a compelling portrait of what a healthy family looks like and assist local congregations in helping families continue to be sources of stability and dependability. familylife.com, Family Life Today, a family ministry of Campus Crusade for Christ. Resources such as the Home Builders Couple Series, the Family Life Parenting Conference, Family Life Marriage Conference, and special alumni projects. FocusOnTheFamily.com, Focus on the Family, official site offers practical helps for marriage and child rearing. Recent magazine articles, news, and real audio broadcasts. FRC.org, Family Research Council, Christian organization promoting the traditional family unit and the Judeo-Christian value system upon which it is built. Provides links, commentary, news, and information on important issues. MFC.org, Minnesota Family Council/Minnesota Family Institute Pro Family News, Public Policy Issue Information, Grassroots Guide, and Legislative Updates. ParentsForChrist.com, Parents for Christ Parenting Resources, Children's Activities, Prayer Room, and Forums. Fairs.net/allabout, All About Families weekly newsletter looking at marriage and the family from a biblical perspective. Articles about managing personal conflicts, developing creative relationships, and watching your tongue. Profam.com, promoting family traditional family values, and family-friendly businesses and churches. Local park listing and directory for family fun. Family-friendly business listing and directory. RejoiceMinistries.org, Rejoice Ministries Christian Marriage Restoration and Reconciliation Ministry, seeking to restore homes and families torn by divorce. Read their newsletter, and accounts of restored marriages. TomHackett.com, Tom and Donna Hackett's web home sharing about their family and faith, their church and other religious study materials. Favorite recipes. CBMW.org, the Council on Biblical Manhood and Womanhood Christian organization proclaims the complementary differences between men and women who share equally in the image of God. Features a journal, conferences, and resources. FLN.org, Family Life Ministries Christian organization based in Bath, New York, provides programs, services, and facilities that minister to the physical, mental, social and spiritual needs of the family via radio, video, public meetings, the printed page and the Internet. Religious and spiritual literature websites. Christian, esoteric and occult, Hindu, Jewish, pagan, myths, religious texts. Worldprayers.org, World Prayers, gathering the great prayers from spiritual traditions around the world into a common archive. BeliefNet.com/help/link_directory.asp, BeliefNet, sacred texts, links to a wide selection of full texts, including Baha'i sacred writings, the Dhammapada, Confucian Analects, Tao Te Ching, several versions of the Bible, Hadith, Sunnah, and Wiccan and Neo-Pagan texts. Sacred-texts.com, Internet Sacred Text Archive, archive of primary texts relating to all major world religions and many other spiritual practices, including all major scriptures and hundreds of other documents. Documents are public domain English translations and original languages. Truthbook.com/index.cfm ? Link ID =$19, World Religious Texts, the Golden Rule in various religions. A list of Christian parenting websites from blog.feedspot.com/Christian_parenting_blogs. 21flavorsofsplendor.com/category/parenting. afamilymeeting.com. agenerousgrace.com/category/parenting. arabahjoy.com/blog. arrowsandarchers.com/blog. chaoticalifeofloren.com. christianhomeandfamily.com. christianmomthoughts.com. christianparenting.org. christythomaswriter.com/blog. crosswalk.com/family/parenting. doorposts.com/blog. equippinggodlywomen.com/category/parenting. forwardinchrist.net. graceandglorymoms.com. growingforlife.net/category/parenting. inspirethemom.com. juliaroller.com/category/parenting-2. michellenetrt.com/category/parenting. miltongo.net/miltons-blog. mommywidhagoal.com/homepage/blogs. orthodoxchristianparenting.wordpress.com. parentinglikehannah.com. parentingwithhumility.com. projects919.org/r-blog. radicallychristian.com/category/articles/parenting. refocusministry.org/category/parenting. relationshiphelpers.net/category/parenting. shaunascott.org. thecharactercorner.com/category/parenting. thepurposefulmom.com/blog. thrivingkidsconnection.com/research-headquarters. togetherwithfamily.com. totallyjessifiable.com. wholeparentingfamily.com. Some Catholic mom websites from blog.feedspot.com/Catholic_mom_blogs. divorcedcatholicmoms.com. edoedidandimnotdone.com. lisathompsonlive.com. livingwholesinglemom.org/blog, 7willdanfree.com, single-momnation.com, singlemomsmiling.com/blog, sonianwhitecoaching.com/blog, thathenoicsmine.com/blog, thisleafinprogress.com, todayem.blog/blog, turninglemons into wine.com, youtube.com/user/amomentwithrachel.